Hello, everybody! I am a little extra excited today because one, I finally finished the Reaper spread drawing after a couple days later. And not only that, but we got back to 40 subscribers and right now having 42, which sorry, that just makes me very, very happy. Like, wow, I did not expect that. I did not expect that on a Thursday day today. So, what's this video gonna be? Well, it's gonna be another talk ramble, but this time with Addie. So, hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, relax. Alrighty. Oh, wait. I forgot some of you might still not know me. Hi, I'm Leon Wolf, but you can call me Leon for short. And this is basically what my videos are at the moment. But on the weekend, we are gonna have our first Minecraft video. There's probably gonna be a lot saved for the weekends, so let me know if I should post one or two. But remember, everyone needs a break, including me. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Alrighty, so here is our spreadsheet we are working with today. Alright, write it to the hands. This is what we're going to be working on. We have Addie dancing with her husband. We have a full scale right here. And then a little nice to try some more full kind of style. And here is her name with her paw print. Oh, and those of you that have not watched the short, I shall show you the full image of Reaper. So let me go to the page. Ta-da! It's pretty cool, right? I kind of like how it turned out and adding, instead of birds, adding quotes that I believe he would say. So yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? But we are in the topic of Addie today. So basically the order I am going from drawing these characters is the order of basically what experiments they are. So like Reaper is the first experiment. However, when I say the first experiment, I mean he is the first successful one. There have been other experiments past him over years, but Reaper was the first successful one. And so, Addie is our second character who also has a success rate. So we're going to be talking a little bit about Addie. I might add a few factors of Reaper and such. And we're just going to talk about the world, basically. So I like to start off with the hair for some reason. I know that a lot of people like starting off in different sections. So sometimes you see them starting with maybe the face. Sometimes I see them doing clothes, which is what I do sometimes. Sometimes I do the clothes and then I work on the face and the hair. But you know, we artists, I believe, we just like to switch up our styles. It's really interesting to see how much of, even though you know you've been drawing so much and you might have like a certain style, to the characters or the world, or like just how you create your drawings in a way, you always will notice how they will either stay the same or even sometimes they look a little different. And I think that's what I like about it more than AI art, because yes, although the AI art can help you with visual aids sometimes, and sometimes it can help with ideas that you have in your head. When I look at the human art, you see a lot more different, unique styles. You could tell that it's just made by human most of the time. Versus when you do AI art, you can most of the time, from what I notice, you see a very cohesive type of style of it. Plus plus it just feels the same no matter what. So yeah, I think it's not like I'm not entirely against artists. I mean, I rather not promote the usage of AI too much, only because I feel like, especially for me in the creative side of things, I feel like you should only use it for brainstorming, maybe a little bit of research, but you shouldn't let it entirely control your life or take away the parts that make you human, you know? I know it's a sensitive topic that gets talked, but I thought it's just a thought, you know? So, anyway, back to the main topic, Addie. So, Addie is the second successful experiment. She goes by she, her, I believe also they too. Let me actually. I like to keep I have a book where I keep log notes and such about the characters sometimes. This helps me actually get my thoughts together, but also see over the years how much I have changed my characters over the time. So I have named her Addie Thorne for a while. I believe I think I made Reaper in the other Ramble draw, I think 24, if I'm not incorrect. I believe he is 24, so Addie should be 22, I think. It's kind of hard to remember the ages that they are. I have many different styles of this character over the years, mainly because with especially Addie, she is one of the few characters that I had started with basing her off of a person I knew in real life. So characters like her, there's gonna be another two coming up, being Lizzie and Skylar, who are also inspired by actual people I knew in my life. So some of the people's personality has helped created the people that are here right now. I don't want to make it. So, if you are wondering why I put a bear paw here, it is because that is the animal she is associated with her experiment form. So the same as Reaper being the crow and the owl, Addie's is a bear. I don't remember exactly why I chose the bear to be the animal. Probably because I always felt that when you look at bears, you always see them as like cute little stuffed animals, but then when you look at the real animal, you don't notice how actually scary and powerful these creatures can be. So I think that's why I decided to go with the bear, because probably because I felt like I saw the bear as in my friend. So I decided to keep that style with her. Also, how's everyone's day today? How's summer going for you all? For those of you that are having summer, is it going well? I feel like mine is going alright. A little hard trying to, I guess, stay productive while being in summer. Like, summer just feels like that season where you want to be very productive, but you also just get super lazy. I don't know. Let's see. What else? So Reaper and Addie share a common thing between them two in the group, where they act like the parents to the rest of the group. What do I mean by this? I mean that that's probably another reason why I add the bear. Addie acts like the mama bear of the group. She makes sure everyone's safe. She wants to make sure nobody is hurt. She is very, very protective of the people she loves. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys get a little better look of the eyes. What do we think? Like, she is a little bit protective over her family. And honestly, that is how my friend was when I was with her. Was that she was very protective over her friends, and she wanted to protect us and such. And I am forever grateful that I had a friend like that, because you don't really get to meet that much people that stay like that. Let's see. And yes, I am adding a bear clip in her hair because I love adding clips. I love adding symbols to the characters. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh, her husband. So you might have already saw, but here is her husband. His name is Mark. Excuse me, sorry about that. His name is Marcus Sahi. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I tried to make him be from India, I believe. I like making characters that don't only have a lot of symbols but are very culturate. I don't think that's a word. Probably just very cultured. And because I really want to make my characters feel connected to others. So that's why sometimes I make where they're from a big identity to who they are. Let's see. What is there to talk about? Addie is that kind of character that likes wearing sweaters. And that's more on me because I really love the look of sweaters. I love how they feel, and they're just very nice and colorful. And so I think this is cute. I believe this drawing is, or at least the sweater shirt I am trying to make, would be a little bit out of Addie the character's comfort zone, actually, because she usually likes covering up herself. So from my old drawing, I have made her wear a complete sweater. So you want to see her arms, her neck. You want to see a lot of parts. And if you notice, her hair is very, very blue, or like a purplish kind of color. That was because I also went through the same phase as everyone else of giving their characters colorful hair. Does Addie actually have this hair now that I am showcasing it to you guys? No. No, she has, like, she will have highlights of it, but she won't actually have like full on color hair. So some of you might be questioning how did Addie had a husband? Well, they actually got married in the place they were being experimented on. I know, pretty crazy, right? Like, how did they did that? I'm still trying to figure it out. Addie is a very kind of character that is determined on their goal. So if she really wants that person, she will find a way to get that person no matter what. If she wants to make sure the person stays stuck so they are safe, she will do that too. She really cares about, like I said, she's a mama bear. She really cares about her friends and her family, and she will do anything to protect them, even if it's a little bit out of hand. But she is a general sweetheart. Anyway, back to the topic of her and Marcus. So they got married in the place they were experimented at. And the funny thing, or the interesting thing that has a big storyline to their characters is that Marcus wasn't always an experiment. Like, he didn't start off where of being an experiment. He was actually normal. He was a normal being, a normal human, before he got experimented. And the reason why he got experimented later in his life, I believe the original lore that I wrote was because he was seen as a traitor to, I think, the place he was working at. So he worked it in the forces of Tony, Reaper's father, and he was helping out with like finding the kids to bring more experiments, helping him make sure that the government, the FBI and such could not control or try to take him down. But it was until Marcus met Addie and he started to fall in love with her. So it's a kind of forbidden love story they had at the beginning, and it's very cute. I won't deny some of my characters where I make love stories for are just very cute. And it's funny because I never liked it, the idea of love stories, until you make your characters and you do their lore, and then now it's like, okay, now I see why people like this. Alrighty. There's probably a pocket there and a pocket there, and I think that is full scale of Addie. What do we think, y'all? I know it's simple, but she doesn't really like overcomplicating her designs. If you're wondering why she isn't smiling here, this is her neutral face. She usually is very stern like girl. And I think I'm gonna start a little bit here, but then we are going to have to make a part 2 of this. And the reason why I didn't make a part 2 of this, of Reaper, is because Reaper is still that character that I'm trying to figure out how I want him to feel, for him to look, for him to, feel like that. As well as just me not used to making these kind of videos to you all. This whole experience is still so new to me, but I am really enjoying doing this because it's just fun to talk about your characters. It's very cool to actually know that there are people, whether you watch my shorts or some of you actually watching these long videos, are actually enjoying the content I put out. And it just means so much to me that there are people that are actually liking this. And I feel like that's the plus side for me here, because I actually did not make videos for views. I made them just because I felt like, you know what? I want to show my characters off to the world. And here we are. Why do I feel like she has a... Sometimes when I trace the characters. I don't, or these poses, like these three are traced. I like tracing the poses and then try to figure out how to make the characters look real. Which also, for some of you that are saying, so you didn't really draw this? No. No, that does not mean I did not draw this. That just means I use a pose to help create the character, and then I put the details on it. I know some people are like, tracing is not an art style, but to me, it is. To me, it is. And you know what? I don't care what any of you all say. Let's see. What is something I can share you all of Addie again? Sorry, I get off topic sometimes. Let's think. Oh, she has a son. She has a son with Marcus. You might learn a little bit more of like some of the kids that are also creative with these characters, such as for some of you that have watched the shorts of Hunter, you will know that he has a son too named Ash. And there is stories and lore between these ones, but I haven't figured out how to share it with you all, because I'm gonna be honest here, the only person I have shared my characters with or make stories of them is with a very special cousin of mine. I will not reveal their name for safety, but I do want to mention how much they are a big impact to my characters now, because they have actually helped build out the characters and have helped it make them who they are now. Like Addie having a son, the crush of Ash, which is same, but the dad is actually my cousin's character. So if you are probably going to be wondering some of the missing lore, I'm going to have to figure out how to share it with you all, because they're not canon to me, they're canon to someone else, and I want to make sure I share the exact story that my cousin made with these characters. But yeah, she is a huge part of this whole thing. Actually, I had told her I wanted to make these videos for you all, and she actually watches them and is such a huge supporter for me of these things, and I am forever grateful for that. Because I know, even though there's probably some of you that don't really watch these videos, I know at least I have one person that is actually watching these and is enjoying what I'm talking about. And then for some of you that are enjoying these, thank you so much for that. It means a lot to know that putting myself out there isn't a whole entire waste or a mistake to do. So I just want to thank you all for that. So you're probably wondering what Addie is doing here. I think she's just reading. She likes to read or write a lot. she has that small hobby of that. I think she would especially like reading more because it helps her like cope with the feelings that she has over the years of being the experiment of Tony. And not only that, but she would read stories to the young kids in the experiment of the place they got experimented in. So I feel like she plays a very huge mom mode, even though she actually did not want it to be a mom. But over the years, especially hanging out with Marcus and such, she starts to realize how much she has changed over the years and actually feels more like human than experiment, which is hard sometimes. It needs to go like that. Yep, that's a little bit better. Oh. Maybe they could be like a little small little pocket for the shirt. That does not look like it should be there. It's okay. Hey, if anything just feels off of your drawings, just say that's part of your art style. It always works. Trust me, a lot of us artists do that. Especially me. But yeah, I think that is enough today. So here are 2 drawings of Addie. We done pretty good. A lot better than our last video with the professor and Reaper of just getting only 1 set of drawing done. And I believe there will be a part 2 of this, especially because our special character over here, where I will next time talk about Marcus, and then we will continue forward of all the characters. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this Ramble Draw Talk. I hope you liked it, and I hope you guys are ready for the upcoming Minecraft video that should come out either Saturday or Sunday. But also, let me know, should I post like a series or such? Because I think I'm doing a survival world. But I need you guys' opinions to help with that. And then, if you have any drawing suggestions for me, let me know so I can do that for you. I love drawing, so don't be afraid. And if you ever want to draw my characters, you absolutely can. Just remember to credit me, because these are my characters. They belong to me, y'all. I don't want anyone stealing my characters and my lore. Alrighty? Anyway, that's all for today. You guys have a good rest of the day and week. And we will see you next time. Alrighty. Bye, everyone.